Hello, leaders. This is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome to the summer edition of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. The summer edition will be a combination of replays from the past year or two with a few new episodes every so often. These replays will be a great reminder of the tips and challenges from the past year or two, and we'll still be able to accomplish our primary goal for the show, and that is to equip team leaders on a daily basis to lead through the challenges you face every day. This show is brought to you by the Current Leadership Coaching Team, or the CLC Team, and we primarily work with leaders in the manufacturing industry who lead their own teams and are a part of a larger leadership team within an organization. These leaders can be at one site or at multi-sites. We work with these team leaders to get them all on the same leadership page with the same mindsets and attitudes and the same commitment levels to their team members and to the organization as a whole. For more info on how we can help you and your team, visit www.clcteam.com. Okay, let's talk about today's challenge or tip. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. And today, I'm super excited about this week because we're going to be talking all about conflict and how you can minimize it within your teams or work through it much easier than you might ever imagine. Now, if you've never had personality conflicts at work, man, you are truly living the dream. For all the rest of us out there, this is a common challenge in nearly every organization, no matter what size it is. Basically, if you have two or more people working together, eventually there is very likely to be some kind of personality conflict. Some leaders use the tactic of separating the two team members. However, that isn't really resolving anything. It's actually just avoiding it. And it's actually a lack of leadership. And you can't separate everyone whenever conflict arises. Besides, a lot of businesses out there only have between 2 and 5 people. So it's impossible to separate everybody. The only way that you're going to get to the root cause of the conflict is by talking to everyone directly involved in the conflict. You need to have a private face-to-face conversation with them and work through it. As a leader, you need to set the ground rules right up front in order to keep the peace. Establish the rules of engagement immediately before anyone has a chance to even speak. And I'd recommend that one of the rules that you make is that everyone respects each other. Another good rule to have is that nobody will talk over each other. And add whatever other rules that you think that you need to add. After all, this is your meeting, and you should establish the rules right up front. The cool thing about personality conflicts is they may be as simple as explaining how each of the team members best communicates, or how each team member listens, or how each team member's attention to detail is, or what their expectations are of each other. And there's so many other little things that are easy to work through. Over the years, the number one issue that I've seen with personality conflict is that the team members just don't understand each other. And they really don't understand their own shortcomings. So when you're working through the conflict, it's a perfect time to uncover blind spots and really dig deep. Now, I use a tool called the DISC assessment, and this breaks down how each person has a combination of 4 personality styles, and it goes much deeper than just personality. By understanding the DISC and where each person on your team falls within the DISC, you can understand how you can best communicate with each of them and how other team members can be set off if you communicate in certain ways. It's basically a blueprint to minimize your conflict and increase communication, productivity, and morale within your team. And the best part about this is it's rather easy to figure out where each team member falls within the DISC assessment. And once you know where they fall, man, the sky's the limit. You'll start to communicate with each other better than ever before. You'll have better meetings, and you'll basically just be able to see each other eye to eye and understand how to talk to each other. So the rest of the week, I'm going to break down each of the 4 DISC styles and how to speak to each other and how it's best to communicate with each style. After all, the more you know about your style and the styles of those around you, well, the easier it will be to minimize conflict and work through conflict as it arises. Hey, that's it for today. But if you need further details on how the CLC team can work with you and other leaders within your organization, please check out our website at www.clcteam.com. We would love to connect with you and start building a better relationship. After all great leadership starts with relationships. Hey, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, run to your challenges.